I'm on my live stream on my phone, but I just want to be able to talk to you guys. The Sean Payton as the new Dallas Cowboys head coach theory. This is the thing. This would be crazy for us to root for the Saints because this is the only thing that can happen. If the Saints win out, if the New Orleans Saints win out, and I'm talking about the Super Bowl and win everything, this was going to have to happen. For those who tuning in late, but you guys know what I'm talking about. This is what's going to happen. The Saints will have to win out. And ultimately, Drew Brees is going to have to retire. And then if you add in this right here, Sean Payton then in return will have to say, okay, I'm moving on from the Saints and things like that. And then all of a sudden, Jerry Jones is going to have to pick up the phone and say, hey, Sean Payton, you got to come over here to the Cowboys because you already got a house over here. Let's just go ahead and bring you in as the head coach. There's a lot of moving parts that got to come into play in order for that to happen. Like I said, guys, disregard the title because it says I'm not able to update the title. But this thing is about Sean Payton as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. This is a theory that a lot of people are bringing out. A lot of people are hitting me up with and saying that, okay, Cowboys Nation, what about this? What about that? You know, what if that can happen? And I'm sitting here saying to myself, it would be nice, but then Jerry Jones is going to have to admit his faults. And remember, I always say this. It's hard to tell and convince somebody that make thousands and thousands of dollars to change their mind. Can you imagine somebody making millions of dollars to change their mind? Jerry Jones is a billionaire, so it's hard for him to change his mind about his son, Jason Garrett. We would love to see a new coaching philosophy in this particular offense. I like what the defense is doing. I love it. But the offense, we're going to see the exact same thing all the way back from the 90s. So with that being said, it's one of those things where I know for sure that they're not going to get rid of Jason Garrett. But we can only hope for and dream for Scott Linehan to go and maybe bring in a new philosophy from that aspect. But man, Sean Payton, we will have to, look, I'm going to repeat. If Sean Payton ever become a Dallas Cowboys head coach, it's just going to be something different, man. Finally, we have a coach that, and I know his win-loss record is not as great as Jason Garrett at this point. Because if you look at everything, you'll say, okay, a couple 79 seasons, and then he had to have a Hail Mary of a draft pick to get the Amari Coopers and all the other guys to help out that team or what have you. But man, come on. Let's be real with ourselves. Let's just be real with ourselves. So let me know down below in the comment sections whether or not you guys feeling what I'm saying. It would be a far, far stretch, but those are comments that everybody was telling me. Hey, Sean Payton, the new Dallas Cowboys head coach. But in order for that to happen, Cowboy Nation, in order for that to happen, man, the New Orleans Saints got to win the Super Bowl. Drew Brees got to retire. Sean Payton got to say, yeah, I'm going to walk away from this thing, and Jerry Jones going to have to fire his son. Let me know of your thoughts, of your opinions of this whole entire deal. I can't wait for the draft. I can't wait for everything to just go all the way throughout because we got our first round draft pick already. With the 27th pick, the Dallas Cowboys selected Amari Cooper. So that's just our pick right there. So what we can do with the second round draft pick, it's all up to the Cowboys Nation. It's all up to Will McClay and them boys there. You know, normally with the second round draft pick, we've been hitting on those second rounds. But normally that's when we take a risk at a player. Now, to get the first round grade type of caliber player, like I said before, maybe you go out there and grab and snatch at Bryce Love. And then hope for him to get his legs and all that stuff going in the right direction. Let me know of that too, you know. It's time to give Ezekiel Elliott the path of the righteous man. Extra help out there. Let me know down below. I'm not able to see your comments, but I feel you guys. I feel you guys. It's going to be one of those things where we're going to have to look at everything collectively and say to ourselves, okay, can Jerry Jones finally get off the pot and make this thing happen? Flush it, baby. Flush it, Jerry Jones. Flush it. Let's see what we can do, man. One way or another, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace. Let's jam on out, baby. Let's go. Let's flat foot go. Cowboy Nation. Salute.